Well, welcome back everybody to Riding in Asia. This is the channel where we take this guy right here, the ADV160 Honda, a 2025 model. We take it out for a few adventures and we see how the bike performs, and along the way we talk about some stuff that we think is important about the bike and a little bit about riding in Asia and overall the whole experience of what we've been doing. And we just pulled up here, it stopped at a little bit of a river crossing. We got a little bit of a water buffalo down there taking in the water. Yeah, so that's what we're going to do today. And today we're going to focus on just on the general riding experience of the bike and take a bit of a cruise. See if we can get ourselves a little bit lost again. Found myself a new road to explore today. So we're going to jump on the bike and let's see how it goes. I want to thank everybody before we start for their comments and participation in the channel. It's really great and really enjoyable. So let's get on board and see how we go. Beautiful day today. A lot of high winds out on the main road, so it's nice to get off the main road and get off out of the wind. It's one of the things that the ADV does well, actually. It does handle the windy conditions better than what a smaller bike might. So that's something that we've talked about in the past, because the ability to ride in windy conditions is an important part of riding in Asia. You just never quite know. So let's see what we've got today. We'll see how we go. You get a lot of these little bridges, which is really quite interesting. And I think I might have already started down a wrong path. Anyway, let's see. And that's one of the things about, handling the different conditions that this bike can do, is it lets you explore, like we talked last week. This is not the road I wanted to be on, so let me turn this guy around and we can head back. Sand is interesting. I don't think it's my best friend, actually. A lot of fruit on the ground here, which makes for a very interesting riding surface. So this sort of off-road work, providing you keep the power on and you keep moving, it's all pretty good. There's not too much to worry about. From a handling point of view, it handles it quite well. And if you remember when we were off in the off-road before, this loose sand, you're handling it quite well. I mean, you're kind of restricted by the tyres. You can't expect these sort of cut street tyres, which is really what they are. They're not off-road tyres, so you can't expect them to do much more. Let's see if we can head back and find that way back up to the main part of the road. It's nice through here though. So for me, rideability, there's a couple of criteria to rideability. And the first one, which we've already covered, we've covered a lot of topics on this bike, is the setup or the ergonomics, the position on the bike. That's the first one that you need to talk about rideability. The second one is power. Do you have enough power to get the job done on the sort of riding that you like to do? And then, of course, under ergonomics and and setup is the actual weight of the bike and how that performs. But overall, it's funny. It's a nondescript feeling that you get when you ride the bike about whether or not it's going to be able to fit your style. And that's really what you're wanting to do when you get a bike. You want it to be able to fit. You know, last week we talked about a couple of things in and around lifestyle and setup, and you know, we took the run and we had a look up to the monk in the hills there. But it's really it's intangible, the question that we're talking about. And I suppose one of the final parts of the rideability is, how does it, you know, look and feel? You know, I'm a big fan of the ADV 160 seat. I think it's a real plus. It gives me that level of comfort even when I'm on the rougher roads. And as you know, if you've been watching the channel, we like the mixed conditions, and the mixed conditions can come really anywhere at any time. And you add all those things together and you get, you know, rideability. I think also the curb appeal for me is one that you know, you can't really forget about. You want to, you know, when you get onto the ride, you walk out, you put your gear on, you're about to jump on the bike, you want to feel good about what you're riding. And I've always been struck by the appearance of the ADV. I had expectations that this would take us up the hill. Always construction, particularly up in the hills. So many different hill roads. I mean, this whole Samui is just, as you can imagine, on an island. You've got the flat around the water, and then the rest is hills. So that's what I think makes a rideable bike. And I think the ADV 160, the more kilometres I put on the bike, the more I can confirm how rideable it is. So let me know about what you think rideability means to you, because I think a lot of people have certain characteristics. Some people want the power, and that's all they care about, you know, braking, all these different features that you get on all sorts of different bikes. There's a whole range of those that you can go through. So thanks for watching today, everybody. It's a bit of a different kind of ride. The roads, as we know, don't always take us to where we think. But it was good to have a chat today. We'll get back out again later in the week. So if you've enjoyed today, which has hopefully been an interesting discussion on rideability, it's one of those questions really. Anyway, if you like it, give us a thumbs up. And if you want to stick around for the Riding in Asia adventure, then, you know, drop us a subscription and let me know in the comments what you think about rideability. Okay, have a good one.